What's up, Beer League hockey fans and fellow dumpers? Welcome to another Dump and Skate podcast. I'm the head broken and decrepit bender, ball buster, Jeremy, the real reason why you all listen to this podcast, Abdu. With me as always is the man that makes this podcast possible, the lead producer, the guy with a face for podcasting, Jeremy. We have another PR. We spent a record 27 hours on a stick building website, Holland.
And apparently not the reason people listen to this ridiculous podcast. What a jerk. Good grief. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who have all come? Sorry. See, you got me all rattled again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all shapes, sizes, and flavors, welcome in to Jeremy Abdu's podcast, Dump and Skate. I am the sideshow who just talks a lot, Jeremy Holland. Thanks for being here today. Gee, Manetti's, hate your guts so much. So, guys, we're excited to have you in. We got a special guest in that we're going to have in just a couple of minutes. Good buddy Abdu's from back in Chicago. Before we get there, though, we want to pump the tires of our boys back in Chicago at B&R Sports. Hit them up for all of your hockey equipment needs. Our guest today knows all about hockey equipment. We'll get a little bit of chats with him about it. He probably knows everything about literally all of the hockey equipment you could have ever put your hands on. So excited to talk to him. But if you need equipment, call B&R. Let those guys hook you up. Good friends of ours. We told you before how quick their shipping is. Don't waste your time going to these big box stores and buying stuff from those knuckleheads. Buy it from guys that we know and we trust. Support the businesses. We wouldn't steer you wrong unless we're talking about Florida getting swept accidentally when they didn't get swept. So our bad. brsport.com. Give them a look up, boys. Give them a try. So also really quickly, if you have not liked and subscribed or followed our pages, what the heck are you doing? You're watching the video, you're listening to the podcast, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're inching closer and closer to the numbers we want to get. We're right close to the 200 follows on Facebook. Share the page with your friends, guys. Let's get it up there. Let's get it over 200.
Yeah, learn from Tichy. He's liking every post.
Did you see he commented he doesn't want the sticker, so he's not going to comment. Icky,
like,
give me the sticky.
Enough. Apparently, I got enough stickers. But
he said, I got enough stickers. Good enough.
I'm good. Ours is good enough.
Just for that, Tichy, when you're not looking, you're getting the Dump and Skate sticker stuck on the back of your goalie helmet. So
I'm going to fall right in front of you when you're playing in net one day and then just stick it right on your pad.
Abdu's going to sneak in while you're sleeping and put it on your cup is what he's going to do. Because Abdu's sick and twisted like that.
We're going to put it right on your nipples as pasties. We're going to get like the hair removal, wax removal, special edition. Made for nipples, made for Tichy's.
Resell them with Tichy's nipple hair. Why are we doing this? Move on.
eBay. There we go, Tichy.
Sorry,
we'll get you on the podcast. Holy I know you said get Cooch on, but yeah, you're a loyal fan. We'll get you on the podcast.
Oh gosh.
You good?
I'm good. You're going to go ahead and talk about our boy?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. Yeah. So tonight's game 3, the Stanley Cup Finals. A really good friend of mine. You guys know this by now. If you keep on listening like Tichy. Best friend Steve Kazari is reffing the game tonight, game 3. If you guys remember, his regular season ended pretty bad, carried out on a stretcher and a C-collar, and he's bounced back to make the Stanley Cup Finals. So keep on going, Steve. Let's hopefully Edmonton win, but be nice to the referee if you guys are cheering for Edmonton or Florida, whoever. Yeah. Well, I just whatever.
Be nice to the referee. Be nice to the referee, guys.
Well, people are like,
it's the referee's fault.
Boston.
Oh, they are. Well, Edmonton was all up in arms after the last game about like, oh, that was totally that call. They missed it. It was 100% a delay of game. And like, come on, guys, like relax.
You get the idiots. Oh, the refs are fixing the game. Like, dude, shut up. Everyone's saying that. The Florida Panthers are 3-1 under Kazari's belt during the playoffs. Guys, just calm down. It's nothing with it. They're all good games. So,
yep,
100%. So. Good job, Kazari. We got your back. Screw everybody.
We'll fight them all for you, buddy. Don't worry. We'll fight them all for you. Yeah, and then one more quick thing before we invite our guest in with us. This is going to get dumped on Sunday. So to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day. We probably wouldn't be playing hockey without your love and support. So big shout out to all the dads. And speaking of dads, we got one dad coming on right now with us, Abdu. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. Today's guest is a really good friend of mine. Another guy that was part of the Abdu Diet program, a great mechanic, and even better friend. He is king of finding a PS5, a real true hockey gear geek. So if you have any equipment questions, look this guy up and ask him. He is probably the top 3 fastest end-to-end skaters I've ever skated with. Zach McDavid Berlin. Happy Father's Day, my dude.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Oh,
Yeah, so
man.
welcome to the podcast. Yeah, well, that's me and Marola
Oh.
just said that guy's super fast. You are super fast, Zach. From end to end, just like a White Panther fast. So
White Panther. That's really weird.
wait till you see him. Wait till you see him in Nashville. You'll
But
be like,
Panther, Panther is the animal you chose to use. It's not even the fastest one.
wow. What is the
Why
fast?
wouldn't you
one,
call him like a
cheetah?
white cheetah? Yeah,
Yeah,
cheetah.
All right, fine. He's the white cheetah. He's like
You're like a white hippo out there, Zach. Man, you're really
No,
fast for
hippos
those first 35
hippos are
feet.
fast.
It's
Hey,
insane.
screw you guys. Hippos are fast.
That's what I said. You're
Yeah,
super
that's
fast for
okay.
the first 35 feet.
Oh, you know what? I meant to say that you're a Jersey Shore fan too. Damn it.
Oh
Zach.
crap! Let's stop and redo the intro.
We got to
It wasn't
redo
even
all of
good.
this.
Giovanetti's. Holy crap!
So welcome to the podcast. Ignore Holland. We'll see you what we leave for Nashville, and we'll see you in a week from today.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm
Week from
excited.
today. Yeah, we should be all. What is it? 7:30. We should be sitting around a steak dinner table about this time.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Can't wait.
yeah.
yeah, that's going to be exciting.
So, Bert, before we're hitting record, explain to everybody how much gear you bringing with you for the tournament.
Just
I am
getting
bringing
right
2
into it.
sets of gear.
2 sets of
So-
gear.
2
Hang
sets of-
on. So, all right. So, why are you doing that?
Oh, I have to put on wet, gear again after,
Fair enough.
playing
enough.
on Saturday twice. So,
How many sticks are you bringing?
well, 3. I have
Okay.
one that's kind of on the verge of, I can
Yep.
hear, like some hairline cracks happening. So I don't
Yep.
know how much longer that one's got, but I'll
Which
have,
stick is that?
which one is it?
Yeah.
The Trigger 3D.
Okay. All right. And how do you like that stick? Do you have a favorite stick?
Not yet. I mean, I got a whole bunch I got to go through that I can tell you after that.
Holland explained to like how his choice of hand isn't helping you like find your curve pattern that you're looking for.
Yeah.
so I have a brother. I have 2 brothers that both play. One of them's right-handed, one of them's left-handed.
Mhm.
And it's probably the same way for you guys that are left-handed, where you look at a right-handed curve, you're like, I can't tell anything with that. It's ridiculous. What am I supposed to do with that curve? Like, it doesn't make, my brain can't compute looking at a left-hand curve. So when you sent me the curves, all I could really do is compare them against one another, because looking at all of them, I was like, they all look like banana curves to me because they're left-handed. So they all just look way bigger than what they're supposed to. Like my middle brother and I, he's left-handed, I'm right-handed. We play with almost identical curves. But if I look at his curve on a left-hand stick, I'm like, this is so nasty. I don't know how you play with this. He's like, it's the same thing you're playing with. It looks the same to me. And I'm like, it doesn't. It looks so much bigger. So looking at left-handed curves is a little hard for me to judge by. But it did what Abdu's making it sound like. I was like, oh, what a jerk. I can't even tell. It actually helped a tremendous amount because I could see exactly what I needed to see. I just thought I was like, honestly, just amazed because you were like, hey, these are the different ones. And you were like, do you want to see them side by side? I was like, oh, shoot, my man's like a computer wizard. He's about to like put all of the curves side by side. And then I start getting pictures of actual sticks. And I'm like, dude, legit has every single curve I'm asking about sitting at his house. I think I messaged Abdu. I was like, does Zach have like an entire pro shop worth of equipment at his house? He was like, yeah, I mean, pretty close to it. I was like, I believe it like 100%. So that was pretty wild, but very helpful. It was.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much stocked up because I knew going into this year, I was going to become a stay-at-home dad. So I just needed a bunch of them just in case, if they all broke or anything like that. I had extra, so I wasn't always going out and buying some.
Yeah, I have I'll travel with 3 sticks, but they're all basically identical. They're all some warriors. We had a
Yeah.
buddy that played in my A-League team that had has a friend that's a warrior rep, and so he was able to get us some stuff for a pretty good deal. We got Abdu one too, so yeah. But I'm not traveling with 2 sets of equipment, so I don't ask this: is the 2 sets of equipment identical sets of equipment, like same gloves, same skates, all of that,
Nope.
or is there some
They're all different.
variations here?
Different variations of stuff.
Okay, so what's skate number 1 and what's skate number 2? Because you're bringing 2 different pairs of skates.
Yes, the Hyperlight 2s and then the Mox.
Are those both custom?
Yes.
Oh, nice. How do you like your mocks? Because I can tell you right now, I don't know how I like my mocks.
Yeah, you've only skated them in them once. I told Jeremy I was going to get him like a display box because he's never going to use them.
Seriously, just put them on a stand with some nice lights around them.
Yeah, I like them. They're very comfortable, and I can kind of tell the difference between the 2 skates when skating in them too. Just the more stiffness of the boot from the mock. I can feel more of my power being transferred to the ice, and I know with the Hyperlights being a little bit more of a flexible boot, being able to be a little bit more agile on that one.
Do you prefer one over the other as of right now?
I kind of like the Mox a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because I'm more of like a north-south skater and I'm not much of like
left to right. Yeah.
Yeah, dipsy doodler around people.
No, why dipsy doodle when you can just get from one end of the rink to the other in like 4 strides?
Yeah.
So when you I'm also amazed at how much you know of gear.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do a lot of studying up on it? Do you do a lot of reading up on it, or is it all strictly? Yeah.
I'll go through forums. If I still have questions, I'll reach out to one of the companies that usually resells it and whatnot, and get some answers that way.
Nice.
It's incredible.
Right.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
He really does. Like, if you honestly, you guys, if you have any questions, I don't know if you want to give out your OnlyFans page for
he probably does. If he's got 2 pairs of custom skates, how's he going to afford the 3rd if he doesn't give out the OnlyFans page?
Are you looking at the shadows? Are you looking to get the shadows now?
I don't know. I'll probably look at them, but with CCM, come out with the XF, and then they had the FT6 Pros coming out. I might take a look at those.
You might lean towards.
I have a set of FT6.
How do you like them?
Helen, how do you like them?
No. Wait a minute. Is it? I think there's some lag happening on my
there
end.
is.
I'm not really sure.
Break up a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So how do you like your skates? How?
Me?
Yeah.
I like them a lot. They're probably the stiffest boot. I had not skated in a pair of like real high-end skates for a long, long time. I'd bought like a middle-of-the-road skate when I got back into it last year. And so Abdu talked me into dumping some money on them. And I was actually looking at ASV Pros. And he sent me the British guy that does all the hockey reviews. I can't think of his name. But
Hockey Tutorial?
I may have been that guy, yeah. And so he did sent over a video of that guy skating in some FT6 Pros, and Abdi was like, "Look, I'm not a CCM guy, but like this almost convinces me." And so I said, "Okay, let me take a look at him." So I started hunting him down, and I found him on Sideline Swap actually for a good deal, and they were incredible. The kid that had them before me had molded them, and so either we had identical foots or the skates just like that good at molding to a different foot that. The footbed feels like, Abdu felt them. The footbed in them, or the insole, sorry, is like memory foam. It's incredible. Skates are super, super, super stiff, way stiffer than what I had. And so I had to adjust actually the way I tie my skates because it's got that like super comfort tongue in them that they started doing. Yep. And so I was always a tongue flop guy, but the tongue is so bulky in these that I couldn't do that. And so now I'm shin guards on the outside, tongue on the inside guy. and it's actually really comfortable. I've enjoyed them quite a bit. So I've beat them to smithereens this past season because I'm not a defenseman. But one of my defensemen moved back at Christmas time, so I was forced to play a tremendous amount of defense. So,
Look, they're not beat because you play defense. Because your dog's got a hold of them. His skates are now custom. You'll never be able to find a custom.
You can't get a skate with a dog chewed tendon guard at all.
The tendon guard got chewed up, Zach.
There's a little half moon out of the corner of it that's like, whoops, sorry, dogs.
So here's something I have a real good question to ask you. I remember when when I was up in Chicago, we were supposed to do a custom skate date. You got the Trues.
Yes.
And then I asked, and played with. I got to said those are the most comfortable custom skates you've ever had.
Yes.
Why? Does that still hold factual as of right now with all the custom skates that you've had? And if so, why did you switch?
As of right now, probably the most comfortable because basically they took, I don't know if you guys know about True's process, but they take the scan of your foot, they make a mold, then they design, the skate around it with all the foams. So basically when I got them, it's just like, no foot pain. I also have a really large accessory navicular bone on my left foot that sticks out really far. So a lot of times with the older skates, I had issues putting a lot of pressure on that, and it would hurt to basically skate. And I would have to get like bunga pads. So when I got the Trues,
gel. You had to do the gel pad, right?
Yeah, I had to do the gel.
I remember that.
And then after that, I had no pain whatsoever, no break-in period. I mean, no pain whatsoever. It was great to skate in.
Do you still use your Trues?
I do not. They're just down in my basement. I had a lot of issues with the rivets coming out. I swapped the holders to Tux instead of the original ones they had at the time, because I had the first gen of the True skates, so the holders were kind of goofy looking. I didn't really care for them, but between the rivets and then now the boot got really soft to the point where I can almost touch the sides. It's for how I like a slightly stiffer boot. It was time to upgrade and find something else. So I wanted to see how the newer skates were that came out. It looks like they had a bunch more padding put in because I know they were always chasing weight, but I think now they're trying to chase, getting more people into a skate that's comfortable versus making it, super, super light. So when I went and tried on a bunch of them, the Hyperlights at first, they were pretty comfortable. So I went that route. It took only a few games to break in, and then no pain whatsoever after that. I mean, there's just a little bit of break-in pain, but nothing is, excruciating. But after the first few games, I mean, they were nice.
Will you ever do stock skates again?
I could. The problem is, though, my right foot is a whole size smaller than my left.
Yeah.
So, it's a 10 on my left, and I'm like an 8 or an 8 3/4, or it would be a 9. But with the Hyperlights, I only went up to like a 9.5.
Okay.
With the Mox, I'm at 8 3/4 on my right, and then a 10 on my left.
See, guys, I'm telling you, he knows his stuff. Go ahead, Alan. Were you going to say something?
No. I think I've solved some of the issues. I think I've solved some of the issues on my end. Sorry, I'm trying to do a bunch of troubleshooting over here. I think everyone in my house was trying to stream some sort of a TV service, and I kept seeing my signal flash up and down on this screen. And so I was rapidly texting and like flagging people, please get off of the TVs. Like you all can't, like all 7 of you.
Yeah,
can't
you
watch
sound
Netflix
so much
at
better.
one time.
You sound so much better right now. So,
killing me.
Anyways, Zach.
Yeah, y'all are still freezing a little bit. So
no, it's you.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
you.
It's you.
And now I
really
can hear
is.
I'm delayed. Yeah,
it's really you.
I know.
Quit reassigning blame.
I know.
Just knows how much you talk too much.
It's the computer. It's the computer fixing my mouth. That's what it is. There we go.
Zach, let's just get into it. Tell everybody your favorite breakaway story about me. This
Yeah,
was
sure.
when was this the early phases of sodomy, right? Like
Yeah.
it was Pinto was on the team.
Yep.
Well, it's Alex. We need
Alex,
to get Alex back too.
we
Alex, I
do.
know you're listening. Alex, I know you're listening. Get back on the team. All right. All right.
Nutini, Reyes,
Oh yeah, Nutini, Reyes, Merrick,
Merrick,
Blattner. Blattner's never
Blattner.
playing with us again. He's in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Um,
Steve, Big Steve.
Big Steve. We talked about Big Steve in an earlier podcast. How he has that wicked shot,
Oh,
like
yeah.
unbelievable shot. He scored from. Remember the
Our
game
own
where
goal.
he scored from our own goal line, 5-hole on the other goalie.
Yep.
So go ahead, tell everybody about the the breakaway that I had, the infamous breakaway that we still talk about. What, 5?
Yeah.
Was it 10 years? 10 years later.
I wouldn't say 10, but
All
I haven't
right,
been with you that long. Probably like 4 or 5 years.
go ahead, explain it to everybody. Was
So
it
I don't
4 or 5? No,
remember
because I moved down here like 5 years ago.
Are
Yeah,
you sure?
and Pinto, yeah,
Okay, maybe it is a
2019,
little longer.
2019 when I moved down here. All right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna explain it my way, and then you tell me you can modify it to the real way. So
Okay.
I was just coming in from behind the net because I back check. I was waiting for people to break out. I was waiting for people to break out, and no one was doing anything. So I went from behind the net, went coast to coast, super fast, blew past everyone, and ended up with a breakaway from our blue line. From the blue line on, I had a breakaway. I shot it, missed the net, but I hit the glass, and the rebound from the glass ended up right in front of me, and I just tapped it in. That's fair, right?
I mean, the last part, yeah, because if we really want to talk about your back checking skills here, you don't really have any.
None.
No, none
right.
whatsoever. But no,
Go ahead.
you were on a breakaway. You shot the puck. You totally missed. It hit the glass, bounced back. You tapped it in. That was probably the most highlight reel goal I've ever seen in a men's league game ever.
It's so weird because when I miss the net, when you have a breakaway, you don't just stop in front of the goal. I kind of peeled off to the side. And as
Yeah.
I peeled off to the side, it ended up right on my stick blade. Like I passed myself off the glass, honestly, is what
That's true.
happened.
Yeah.
How slow were you moving to catch your own shot?
No, my shot was that hard. Because I was back checking,
How-
the rebound went from off the glass back to center ice, and I was already at center ice after I missed it because I was skating so fast.
Zach, how slow was he moving to catch his own rebound?
Pretty slow.
Okay.
Well, look, everybody's slow compared to Zach. That's not a fair assumption. That's not a fair. It's not a fair ask. And Zach, if you're not fast in Nashville, you just make me look like a complete lying sack of crap. Because I've been telling everyone how fast you are.
I'll
Do you
give you
have-
all I got.
You better. Do you have any more stories? Was there? We could tell the Wilkie story. I told Holland this story a while ago. I'll tell everyone.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
a
my
good story.
that was probably my favorite, probably the most fun I've ever had playing beer league ever.
Oh yeah.
For you guys that play in Chicago, Zach Wilkie plays on the Peoria Rivermen, and he played with us in men's league. Yeah, we got a lot of heat for that one too. A lot of heat for a minor league, a pro player and playing in a C2 men's league. But Marola was on the team, and it was just one of those fun times, Holland, where you're just on the bench laughing. It was like a fun pickup game amongst friends. And Marola, we were up, we were winning pretty much, and I go, "Hey, Wilkie, when Marola has the puck, just take it from him and then go on a breakaway." And then he goes, "Okay, sure." So Marola had the puck at like the center ice. He was just skating his thing. You see Wilkie just skate, and Wilkie plays defense, took the puck from Marola and like took it from him and just went on a breakaway and scored. And I go, "Okay, you're earning your spot on the team, but Wilkes, you gotta when he's against the boards, I want you to pin him up against the boards."
His own guy. What an
Yeah,
idiot.
his own teammate.
Oh, that's stupid.
Do you,
So did he
do you
do
have-
it?
Oh yeah, he did it. Marola was in the corner. Go. Do you remember that, Zach?
I do. I
feel-
do. Marola was
my-
so confused as soon as he turned around. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, that's
what
funny.
are you doing? Hey, Cooch, if you're listening, when Holland has the puck in the defensive zone, since you guys are going to both play defense,
I'm not
can
playing
you
D.
just go?
I'm not playing D.
You might win the B League. There might be a time when Rossi's gone. and
Oh,
you have to
that's
step
true.
in.
Yeah. No. That's true. Okay.
So, Cooch, I just want you. No one's gonna put up a fight against Cooch. Blast more gear. Just pin Holland up against the boards. So, when you get a chance, any more Abdu stories? Because that's something Holland really wants.
I mean, other than you just, making fun of people on the ice. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty much all I got.
Look, we did a trash talk, and I told everyone I don't think
Wait, I don't think I've ever heard any stories of Abdu trash talking people. This is all new.
Do you have any?
Dude, you're mostly on the ice when I'm sitting on the bench, so I would only, catch little glimpses
'cause
here
you're
and there
benched.
as if you're skating by.
Let's see. Yeah, I honestly, after doing a podcast with you and James and my sister even sent me a text, you guys really just let me know that I do talk trash. Even my sister sent me a text because she listened to the trash talking podcast. She's like, Jeremy, you really do talk shit. Like, I don't know who you're thinking that you don't. It's like, you've done it since I was little. So I didn't think I really did it. I'm a liar, I guess. What are some other good beer league stories like, other than the abundance of email? Remember when we went on the 26-0 run, and then we actually got moved up? That's why we're in the C2.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah, we only
So,
had a
Holland,
tie
we were.
that season. Otherwise, we
Yeah.
won all those games.
Yeah, we went on a 26-0 run, and then other teams were complaining about us. That's when Chris Gert, who was in a motorcycle accident, Holland, he ended up in the back of a SUV, and he had to get he has fake hands, really, because when he went into the back of the SUV on his motorcycle, he put his hands up in front of him and messed up his hands. And he was a really good player. We were playing in a championship game, and he scored a goal. Were you there? You were there for that one, right?
No, I wasn't on the team with him until recently.
Okay. So he ended up scoring a goal, and the other team's like, that's a B player. That's a B player. That's not fair. In the championship game, he threw off his glove to the bench, and he goes, I got fake hands, MFer. You guys you're getting beat by a guy with fake hands.
It's hilarious.
And then we had, the whole team shut up after that. Like, whoa, like his hands are all like this. You're like, I got fake hands. And then because he can't take a slap shot, right? Is that true, right? He can't take a slap shot, or he doesn't have a wrist shot.
He can take a slap shot. But I mean, he's still really good at handling the puck and
You should have
defending
seen
it
him
with that, his fake hand. I mean, it's just amazing what he can do.
Sorry.
Still to this
No, it's
day,
funny. It's cool to joke about it. He's a ball buster too. He's a ball.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
the
I
guy
have
still
lots
writes.
of questions.
Go ahead, ask him. He'll send me a text about him. Gert, we have questions.
put him
I
on
just
the
think
podcast.
I think of Happy Gilmore and the guy that taught him like Chubbs when he
Chubbs
gave him the 5 and his hand falls off. Does he ever go through the handshake line and like, oh, I got to go back and get my hand? It fell off.
No, he hasn't.
No, it's not like Gert. But no, he still rides. But anyways, after that championship game, the other team brought it up into the captain's meeting. Team Sodomy has to. They can't play. They've been running on a 26-0 run. This guy scored like 2 goals in a championship game. I goes, guys, this is his first time back since his motorcycle accident, and he has a fake hand. And the whole captain's room just went, ho, 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 just like that. And then they go, well, how many games have you won? And I said, well, we've won 26. We may have tied one. And like, you got to move up. And I go, we got to move up because of this. So that's when we moved up, and That's why we're in the C2. Oh, that's my question for you too.
Mhm.
How many teams do you play on?
Just two.
Oh,
One
I thought,
at All Seasons, one at Seven Bridges.
what's the difference between the two? Because a lot of people down here just started playing. You have the leaguers.
So obviously C2 is, well, it's kind of a mixture now because of some teams dropping out, from C1, but it's kind of like a mixture of like C and B players. Probably you could have a couple guys that are actually A type players. Um, I would say now the teams are getting younger and younger with a lot of,
You're
kids
just
coming out
getting
of high
older and
school.
older, Zach. Stop.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
just
just getting
older.
older. All these young kids, from high school or, playing AA, AAA are now starting to play in there. I mean, it's good competition. I like it. But, with the league over at All Seasons, I have never had to deal with so many guys complaining about so many different things. I mean,
You
it
don't
was
even
just
know half the.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then over at Seven Bridges, they kind of have like you play a couple games and then they kind of tier you. But lately, it's just for Summer League right now, it's just everybody's just playing. So you get like some teams that are really good and then some teams that aren't that great. Just kind of like a mixture. But it's always great to play against the teams with the kids, that have a higher set of skills than you do, because it just makes you want to play harder and just see how you can compete against them.
Is the Seven Bridges League? Is there a lot of fighting there still?
I would say no. On occasion, I would say yeah.
More than All Seasons, though, right?
Yeah, I would say more than
Yeah.
All
Okay.
Seasons.
All right.
I mean, I've heard a story of a guy just punching a guy like lights out, and got suspended for the rest of the season.
How long ago did that
So
happen?
when did it happen? Probably a few weeks ago.
Hey, Seymour, I need you to. I need your live barn. If you can get me the date when that happened. Zach, if you can give me the date when that happened. I have a friend that has live barn that maybe I could
All right.
get the video.
I'll try to find out for you.
All right. So then you played. Actually, all three of us played in the BP. In the
the
hockey tournament together.
BLPA. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to use their full name because screw them. How did you think the hockey talent was? Well, I know your team sucked. Bad.
Yeah. It was horrible. Lost every game except the little championship game.
So, but you
that,
knew some
that
of the
tournament is a poor representation of.
That's a poor representation of what?
I stopped because of the
Alan,
delay.
you there?
I'm here.
Oh, all right. All right. A poor representation of what? That is a horrible,
nothing.
Poor representation.
I stopped because I can hear the delay and it drove me nuts. So I was like, it's just a poor representation. That's it.
Everyone listening is like, what is he going to say? It's like a Mad Libs. You fill in the blank. You fill in the blank, guys.
It's a poor representation of the hockey around here. It was not. I mean, there were a couple of teams that had like enough, like the one, the Pac-Man team. They had probably 5 or 6 guys on it that play in our A League that are good hockey players. I mean, both of the other directors played on that team. So that team crushed everybody. Like it wasn't even close. And so, but the rest of the talent, like we talked about, the one guy we talked about, this is gonna be hard for me because the delay thing is killing me. And I know that it's going to just make it bad. So I'm just trying to let you guys talk, but like the kids you had from Savannah that was on your team. Yeah. So there's a backstory to that. And I got no problem saying the kid's name. His name's Sean Minich. He played in our C League. He played with the Griffins, right? And constantly told the Griffins the entire first season about how he really needed to be playing in A League, didn't belong in the C League, blah, blah, blah. All the while, the team was kind of like, I don't know, man, you seem to fit here pretty well. You're not really scoring a lot of goals. So like maybe you don't need to go to a different league. And so the backstory to that tournament was he had actually reached out, I think through Facebook, had gotten in touch with Andy, one of the other directors, and was like, "Hey, I want to join the league. I'm basically like, I'm really, really good." And Andy was like, "All right, well, we have an A league that's actually pretty competitive, and then we have a C league right now we don't really have anything in between." And the guy was like, "Well, you put me in the C league, I'm probably going to score like 6 or 7 goals a game." I mean, like legit said, "I'm just going to score a bunch of goals." I think the guy got maybe 3 goals his entire season in C league, right? And so he somehow that communication found out that like he had signed up for the BLPA. And so Andy was like, "Okay, come play on that team. Like we'll all 3 of the directors are playing in that tournament. We'll check you out. And if we feel like you belong, in A league, we'll move you, obviously." Like the guy was so forgettable that Andy and I completely forgotten to watch him. And it was at the end of the tournament, he was like, "Oh shoot, did you watch the kid?" And I was like, "Nah, we didn't even play him. I don't even know what he looks like." And Andy was like, "C league it is. Sounds perfect to me." And it worked out perfectly fine because that's where he actually belonged. So he plays a full season in C league, comes out to evaluations when we started these 2 seasons, so this year of hockey, and like was on the ice, I think post eval or something, and every single A league captain was down to their dead last pick. We had to take a 14th skater because of the number of guys we had signed up, and also it was a really goofy number. And so Sean was one of the last ones that Andy's team picked, and I was sitting there with them while they were picking. So I heard the discussion. They walked in, they're like, "I don't know, he looks like he can skate." And they're like, "Fine, we'll take that kid." And we're like, "Okay." And so I kind of laughed. His team was like, "Oh man, did he get drafted?" Because Buddy was like legit sweating bullets, like, "I'm going to get drafted." He got drafted dead last, and the only reason he got drafted was because we told every captain, "You have to pick an extra guy," right? So he immediately gets in the locker room and is like, he's the best there is. I mean, he's playing with guys like Pete Rossi. He's playing with Andy. He's playing with Patty Smith. Grant Dye's on his team. A couple other guys that are local guys that are all, all guys that have played pretty high level hockey. And like, again, none of these guys brag about how good they are. They're just good hockey players. And so this dingbat, they start working through trying to order jerseys and stuff. And this knucklehead climbs in and is like, "I want number 99. And so the guys were like, "Hey man, look, we're not ordering you 99. Like, it's not going to happen." He's like, "Why not? That's the number I want." And they were like, "Buddy, look, we really shouldn't have to explain to you why we don't want to order 99 on there. But like, there's just a handful of numbers. Like, we're just not going to order. 99 is one of them. We're not going to order on a jersey for a guy that's on the team." Abdu, I know you said you put 99 on jerseys for guys for your subs and all. I'm sure it's because your subs are like, "Awesome, this is great. This is exactly the number I want to wear," right? And so
it's just a dust,
right?
I mean,
Right?
It's a beer league.
It's
It's
just
a beer league dust number. It's not dust.
unbelievable.
Yes.
You just don't wear it. You're right.
No.
And so the kid wouldn't get it. Like the kid, I don't know if he doesn't understand who Wayne Gretzky is. I don't know if he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know why you would be so blind and be like, "No, absolutely not. I've got to have this number." But he was adamant about it. And when they kept telling him no, he went after Pete. And he started ripping on Pete. And he was like, "Oh, it's just because you're old." No, Pete is like 35, somewhere in there. I mean, he's in his mid 30s. He's not an old dude. And Pete played good hockey and is a good hockey player and a very good skater. And so this kid starts coming after Pete about how, "Oh, I could probably outskate you." I don't know. And Pete said it was game on in their group chat after that. That basically the whole lot of them started ripping him. Pete was like, "Buddy, I could give you, from the goal line to the opposite blue line head start, and I'll skate backwards and I'll still lap you before you get around the rink. Like, you have no idea what you're doing." So from the moment he was like adamant that he had to get 99 and that he started attacking guys, it was nuts. They said they just went after him on the bench. They were screaming and holler at him. They would pass pucks to him. He would fall over. I mean, like, it was just, so they would rip him to the point where he stopped coming to games. And so they were all like, "All right, like, thank goodness, like, we don't have to carry that around." No, but then this is the best part. That first season during the playoffs, the kid shows back up for their playoff game, I think against us, and we beat the crap out of him, all because they were so pissed that he showed back up. They allegedly like ripped him a new one in the locker room about all that. And then he disappeared. He's been silent in their group chat. He didn't show up for the second season. And so, oh, dude, it was brutal. Hilarious that, like, I don't know, you can't be an idiot and like think that you're not going to get taken to the woodshed. Just nuts.
He was on your team for the tournament, right, Zach?
He was. And at one point in the locker room, he was talking about trying out for the Savannah Ghost Pirates. And on the inside, I was laughing because it's like, dude, you're not that good. Nobody here is going to be able to, play at that level,
Who
that's in the tournament.
Yeah, who is probably one of the better players that you've played with up in Chicago? Do you have any
Outside of Sean Minich. Outside of Sean Minich, of course.
Yeah. We'll tag you in the post, Sean.
I mean, I like playing with Marola and Wilkie. I mean, the
Yeah.
group of guys we got now is really fun to play with. They're a good group of guys.
Oh, should we talk about Snaggletooth?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about Snaggletooth.
All right, we will. Go on with your better players and stuff. Just because I was trying to explain to Holland like the equivalent of hockey up there versus down here. Marola's pretty good. Wilkie's obviously good.
Yeah.
We have a good bunch of guys though, like you said.
Yep.
Any other players that stand out that are pretty good, decent players?
I mean, just watching Chris Gert play, with his one fake hand, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Like I said, what he can do, with the
We
puck
start calling Chubbs
and
haters.
everything, and still deke around
Chubbs.
people. Chubbs.
What
Chubbs.
about
I like playing with Carl. Carl's fun to play
who's
with.
the guy that Carl's our goalie. He's
Yeah.
a pretty stand-up, solid goalie. Who's the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
that just got kicked out of the league when we were talking with Chelios?
Matt
Matt
Gazzola.
right?
Yeah.
Is it Ozola?
Or no,
I thought
not
it
Matt
was
Gazzola. It's Meadow. Yeah.
Yeah, Matt O. So he got kicked out of the league.
Yeah.
He was pretty
Fighting.
good. He was pretty
very
good.
He's very good.
I've only played with them once. That was back in October. I've never. Matt, I love you. You got to cut your hair. You look exactly like Joe Dirt. You look exactly like Joe Dirt. and he's got out of everybody in men's league at all seasons, he's the only guy that I know that has the yellow helmet.
Yeah.
No one else wears a yellow helmet. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. He played with my brother in high school. So when you were on varsity, you were required to get a yellow helmet. That's why.
All right, we'll get a new one. You're not in high school anymore. But yeah, he was a little bit of a loose cannon, had a reputation. First half of the season got in a fight. Championship game he got in a fight, and then the first game back he got in a fight, and that's when we got the call from Chelio saying like, "Look, man, this guy's he's a liability, so he doesn't play on our team anymore. He had the option to play with us, pay a fine, and then he'll get it back after a couple years, but he didn't want to pay it, so." Let's get to Snaggletooth. We can't mention. So,
You got to bring that one up because you're the one that came up with it.
so Holland, I don't know if you know that. I didn't know you, but did you know? And girls, if you have this in your teeth, just stop. It's not sexy. It's not cool. Holland? Have you seen how girls have like a diamond on their tooth? Do you know what I'm talking about? So it's
Say that
a
again.
thing. Do you know how girls? Have you seen how girls have like one diamond on their tooth?
Oh gosh,
It's
that's
not
really weird. No,
Well, me and Zach have never seen it either. At the BLPA at the tournament last year, one of our friends he brought his girlfriend and she had it in her tooth, and I couldn't stop staring at it. I thought she had food in her teeth,
food stuck in her mouth.
but it's not. It's what are those? Those are like little stick on like.
Yeah, little stick-on diamond things.
It's a freaking bedazzled tooth is what it is. It's just one tooth. It's not even a grill. It's like for people that can't afford a full grill, they just did one tooth and it just sticks there. And
My 9-year-old daughter has a bunch of those like up in her room, little like jewel sticker thingies. We could all go to Nashville with them stuck on our teeth.
Hey, there you go.
Well, what I did is I took a picture and sent it to Zach. I don't have any bedazzled jewels, so I just put tin foil on my tooth. Sent him a picture. Do you still have that in your? This might make the social media post. If you still have it, send it.
Probably sure I still have it.
All right, yeah, but the whole weekend we were just me and Joe's, and you could not stop staring at it, and then. in the rink, I said I couldn't make eye contact because the glare off the diamond and the bright lights and the ice was just blinding. It was Holland. I'm not kidding you. It was really distracting. Like it's not even the two front teeth. It's like the one next to it. Like I didn't understand it. I didn't know.
So weird.
It was our thing over the weekend. We kept on goofing on her about that. So
Rightfully
that was a
so.
lot of fun. Yeah, Holland, it's a real thing. I even Googled it to see if like, oh, is that just? But she was pretty attractive. Minus that, like, it would be better if she just took the tooth out,
Yeah.
and just had summer teeth. It would be more sexy if she had summer teeth versus that little diamond on the tooth.
That's stupid. So there was a time when women would go like to the beauty store and they would get little diamonds and stuff, put them on their lady parts. And so I've never met anybody that did that. And I could never
Hello, right
understand
here.
what-
Hey, right here. I'll show you the locker room in Nashville, guys.
No, you won't. You wear shorts on top of shorts. You
Yeah,
weirdo.
this
We've
time
had this
I'll-
conversation.
I'm gonna sing out with my bling out. I'm telling you guys, I'll show you the locker room.
Don't lie. You know you've got a couple of googly eyes taped to your
Oh, I do.
to your
Yeah,
chest
my
nuts
junk.
down there. You know exactly what's going on. Like, what's up, boys? How's it going?
It's it's like little elephant eyes with big ears and the trunk.
Except for disproportionately small trunk, right?
Yeah. It's more like a bozo nose. It's more,
More like a
a
straw. It's more like a kid's straw for a grape juice box.
God, guys, my dad listens to this. Dad, right now, just stop. Like,
Hey,
skip it
hey,
for
he was
15
a part
seconds.
of
Dad.
he was a part of making you. He knows what's down there, buddy.
He wasn't. I'm adopted.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. All right. Well, he did
Yeah,
raise you, so he definitely knows what's down there.
you're right. We're all adults here, Dad. This is just. I mean, you played hockey, Dad. You know what locker room talk is all about.
Mhm.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Oh, man.
Great. I can't wait to call him. And then he's gonna be like, "Hey, I've been listening to the last couple of podcasts. You really are immature, aren't you?" So let's see. You have any questions for him, Mr. Holland? Oh, you're froze up again, dude. Oh no, you're not.
I know. No, it's really bad. It's throwing me off pretty
Yeah, I
awfully,
can tell because
actually.
you've been. Hey, this is the quietest Holland's ever been
I
on the
know.
podcast. You guys,
I know.
thank you very
Mine's
much.
gonna
He
probably
did
get the
have-
most views.
He did
It's
talk
gonna get the
about
most views
Sean.
now.
He did talk about Sean. That was his one little segment in this podcast.
Mhm.
We're doing tryouts for a new podcast partner. I think Zach may have taken Holland's spot. Let me do all the talking.
Sorry, Holly.
It's all good. It's all good. No worries. You're apparently a lot faster than me, probably tremendously better at hockey. So you may take my spot in Nashville and everything else. Like, I'll just sit on the bench, guys. You go. It's doing really well. I'll sit on the bench and clap and be like, you guys are doing
there
so
you go.
good out there. Way to go. Way to go.
With your
You guys need
eye lady parts.
With my bedazzled male genitalia.
Bedazzled
Yeah,
junk.
Yeah.
my bedazzled goodies. That's right. Oh,
Oh.
man. So
Hey, Berlin,
Oh.
what do you think about music in the locker room? Because we didn't do that up until and then I got another question for you. But what do you think of music in the locker room?
Oh, I'm fine.
I always
music
bring-
in the locker
Does
room.
anyone bring it when I'm not there?
No, unfortunately not.
It's just me, huh? And then here's
Yeah.
a question. I just got a text from Ponton. Do you shower after games? Ponton wants to know.
I
Andy
don't
wants-
know.
Yeah.
I'll go home
See,
and
I
shower.
don't know why that was a topic, but yeah, it just says right here. Hey,
ask
hey,
Zach if he
I'm listening to the
showers
podcast
post-game.
live.
Why is he looking for a partner or something?
Oh, Nashville. You'll see him in Nashville. Yeah.
Holy smokes. Oh,
Yeah. I'm
gosh.
not.
So you're a shower at home guy?
Yep.
How far away from the rink do you live?
Like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
Do they have showers? They got showers there, right?
Dude, all season showers just reek.
Yeah, they
when the
do.
water comes out, it just smells like rotten eggs.
And
Oh,
they're
okay.
never.
See, I get that. Like if it's like hard water and stuff that stinks
Yeah.
really bad, like I can understand not wanting to shower in that.
And
Yeah.
you rarely have cold water, or you rarely have hot water as well.
Yeah.
Sorrow, I need you to go to All Seasons. Fix that for me.
See if you can pull some strings.
Yeah.
Just give him Chelios's number and start complaining through there.
Hey, those banners at All Seasons on the Red Wing, Chicagoland print. Your boy designed those. How they look? Do they look pretty good?
They are very nice.
Oh, thank you. Do they put them on the blue rink as well?
No,
Oh, they didn't. All right, never mind.
no, just the red is what I know right now.
Okay. Did they put up the other one that I sent you, where hockey is for everybody? The picture of me with the rainbow background.
No, that's probably hanging up in Chelios's office or something.
I think I sent that to Holland. I sent that one to you too, didn't I, Holland? The rainbow
remember.
poster. I did.
Sure.
Design,
Sure you did. Sure you did. I don't need you to send it again. Sure you did.
It was just a picture of me
don't
with
don't
the,
resend it to me.
the Pride Parade flag in the background. It says hockey is for everyone.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah.
So, who's your pick for the Stanley Cup?
As much as I want to see McDavid win,
Yeah,
I think Florida's going to win it.
they go
Yo,
for
you
a
think,
full-
huh? That was
Yeah.
super hard, super difficult choice there, Zach. Wow. Gosh.
Are you saying it's a sweep?
Thanks.
I think Edmonton will pull out at least one win, but
Yeah, I hope so.
We'll
I
see how
just don't
tonight
think they
goes.
stand a chance against Florida at all.
No.
Mhm. Yeah,
Nope.
yeah.
I wish they did.
Yeah, unless they make some crazy comeback. I mean, I just don't see it happening.
No, not at all. So
do
summer
you
league
guys have?
just started. What's that?
Who do you guys have picking Florida as well?
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Edmonton. I really want Edmonton to win, but any hockey.
So we actually both thought that it was going to be New York and Dallas,
Hmm.
based on the way those series kind of went the first 3 games, and then the Panthers are pretty relentless. The Panthers remind me a lot of Vegas from last year. Like, there's not one guy doing it. They got a
Mhm.
goalie that's playing, which Bobrovsky's a freak anyways, and he looked like that last year. But they, Florida just makes you make mistakes, and their goalie just doesn't give up. I mean, he doesn't give them anything, and so I don't know how you. Like I said, I thought Edmonton played a heck of a series against Vancouver. I thought they were done there.
Yeah.
I thought the turnaround against the very physical Vancouver team was pretty impressive from Edmonton. I thought they were going to run into the same problem with Dallas, and they did to an extent, but they kind of overcame that. So I thought they were going to put up a little bit better fight against Florida, but man, they have looked bad these first 2 games. Just bad.
Are you thinking about doing the Ronick tournament?
Why you want someone to go with you?
Well, I just wanted to quote what we were talking about the other day. How you said, "Abdu, just play. It's a once in a lifetime
Yeah, you
experience."
should.
Experience.
Just do it.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what I told Zach and I told Holland. I go, people should be paying me because when you play with me, it's a once in a lifetime experience. So,
That is true.
but then you know what
Never
Holland
let it
said.
get out of Abdi's mouth.
You know what Holland said. You weren't part of this conversation. He goes, I go, Holland, why don't you play? For those of you guys, Jeremy Roenick's like my daddy crush. He's my favorite player. Love him.
Daddy
Franzono's
crush?
Like, oh yeah, he's my daddy.
That's all right.
It's a thing. It's a thing. And Franzone always
It's
says,
weird.
did JR get the restraining order on you yet? Anyways, Holland goes, I go, Holland, let's go to Chicago and play in this tournament. And he goes, all right, we'll play, but I'm just going to make sure I'm out there on the ice the whole time Ronick is, so you don't get to be out there on the ice when he is. I'm going to just take up the whole time.
Oh, I'm
What
gonna
a
skate
jerk
and hold his
move.
hand.
he's like but I'm on the fence about that. I would love to, but you get a jersey, socks, Under Armour shirt, $375 to skate with
Yeah.
JR.
And you get to breathe the same air as JR, Abdu.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've already met him. I'm for those of you guys that know, I'm a graphic designer and a personal trainer, but when I was in college, I had to draw a picture. I drew a picture of Jeremy Roenick, and I finally got it signed. My whole life is complete, but skating on the ice, if I have a heart attack, no one touch me. I want JR to give me mouth to mouth, and I will be fine. I'm good to go if I play hockey with him then. So it would be worth the $375, but not if Holland goes. He'll just take up all my ice time. Wait for JR to hop the bench and like, okay, Abdi, you can go ahead and go out there now.
Oh my
Jerk.
gosh.
But I probably would deserve that. I would deserve it.
Yep.
Uh,
Definitely. Oh man. Well, Zach, thanks so much for being on, buddy. I really appreciate you spending this time with us, sharing some good stories, and looking forward to hanging out in Nash Vegas with you here in just about a week or so.
Yeah,
week
thanks
from
for having me.
tonight. Yeah,
I
week
can't
from
wait.
tonight.
And, happy Father's Day to you, Holly, and all the other dads out there.
Not me.
Not you,
Not Abdu.
unless you got a child somewhere that we don't know about.
You
It's
imagine?
No.
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 Desert Storm.
No.
Desert Storm.
I don't want to imagine that. Oh man. So, oh man. All right, Zach, we'll see you in a week, buddy. Thanks a bunch.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach. We'll talk
Thanks.
to you.
Man.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. This lag is about to drive me absolutely
Yeah.
bananas.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
let's-
It's not I know what it is, and it's all on my end, so I'm sorry. That's why I just sat quietly. I can hear there's a delay in my earphones. So that's why I just kind of sat quiet. It's very frustrating.
that was really odd for me. That was really different for me. And I just thought you weren't interested. So anywho, guys, that thanks for listening. Holland, you got any closing statements while we have a lag?
No, I can talk, and then everyone can see my face move, and then my mouth, my words come in later. So freaking annoying. So thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. We'll try to get all the kinks worked out. Peace.
Bye.